I woke up this morning, I had goosebumps. I was excited, not just because the sun was in the sky. I was excited, not just because I woke up. I was excited because I was told one of my favorite boxers, one of the guys who personifies the tradition of boxing, and that's upheld the tradition of boxing. He's done it with integrity. He hasn't bend on his morals. He stands his ground. He has fought some of the best in the business and still remains one of the best in the business. It's an honor to have this man up here. 4-division world champion, unified champion, ESPY award for best boxer, the Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year. It's an honor to have him up here.
Thank you.
He carries the tradition of all Mexican boxers on his shoulders, but boxing as a whole. Some of the legends. He is now part of that lineage, his heritage, his tradition. All of these things are intertwined into his boxing style. And when he steps into the ring, he's not just representing boxing, he's representing the people. And I love the way he handles himself when he does it. I want to welcome him to the show. I'm excited, Horse, the one and only Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, man.
I want to bring you to the ring to loosen me. Thank you.
Poquito español.
Poquito, I told him earlier. He said everybody's poquito.
Everybody says poquito. It's the only word, right?
Yo, but your English.
No, thank you.
No, it's amazing. Bro, I've watched you versus Trout, Mosley, Mayweather. I watched your whole career.
Oh, thank
right?
you.
And I've always talked to Barack about you. We've always.
He knows about boxing?
Yeah, a little bit. He's learning, bro.
Oh, he's learning.
You know.
Pleasure to meet you.
He's my guy.
It's a good guy. Big fight taking place September 14th. Give that a big round of applause. All right. A man who's been on our show, Horse.
Yes.
Mr. Edgar.
Berlanga.
That's right. Now, I want to say before we get into that fight, I just shook your hand. You got a strong-ass handshake, bro. You know, because when you see a person on TV, you don't realize the size and the strength, right? And you're a lot bigger in person than I thought, you know. Do you surprise a lot of opponents that way when they see you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You need to ask them, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I never thinking about the size.
Okay.
You know, the fighters I fought right now they are bigger than me because I'm short for this weight class. But I don't really care about the size because I'm very smart and I'm strong. So I think size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter, right? We saw that this past weekend.
They say when I start in
No, go ahead.
when I start in boxing because I'm short for the way I fight. So I fight, and they say I'm not gonna do nothing in boxing because I'm short and the biggest guys and everything. And look
at you now. Come on, man. Look at you now. Do you consider yourself a junior middle? Like naturally, would you consider yourself a natural super middleweight, junior middleweight? What do you feel like you are naturally?
I feel great in 168 in super middleweight. Yeah, I feel great, but I think middleweight is my weight class. But I feel great in this weight class. I feel strong. I feel in my prime in that way.
You feel like you're in this prime, man. I can't believe you're right here. I'm gonna hit you with a bunch of questions, bro. So, why Edgar? Why did you choose Edgar for this fight?
You know, it was a couple fighters there, and we think this is the most interesting fight for the people. Now, Mexico versus Puerto Rico is always a great fight there, and that's why we choose this fight.
He has a.
We coming for the fight in Mexico versus Mexico was very good fight, and then now is the turn of Edgar Berlanga.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Edgar. We had Edgar on the show, Horse. Right?
Yes. Edgar's a great fighter. I think that taking Edgar on is a great fight because he's a knockout artist too. You know, he has like 18 knockouts or whatever, so it's not like a walkover and stuff like that. But I want to ask you, far as the business of boxing, you know, following your journey, I feel it's like you're one of the greatest businessmen far as doing boxing. Do you have any advice for any of the young kids that's out there that's looking at you as a hero? You have any advice for them as far as boxing business?
I think if I can help the fighters about that is for me, I'm gonna do it in some point because the fighters always get the less money, and some of the fighters they need to take the money, the guaranteed money, right? Because they don't make a lot of money in the fights, right? But they are as a fighters who make a lot of money. They just give it a little bit money, and you need to learn about boxing. I take 80% of everything.
You take 80% of everything?
Of everything, yeah. But
oh shit! Wait, hold on. I didn't go around. Wow, we ain't never heard that from a boxer.
But like I say, I put everything in risk because I know I generate a lot of
money, right?
A lot of money. So, but I take 80% of everything.
So that includes like the concessions that's at the arena. You take the food
Everything.
money, T-shirt money.
If you take a soda in the arena, I
get it.
That's the face of boxing right here talking right now. So you know who boxing is.
You know who boxing is. So when I look at I want to come back to Edgar, right? A lot of people are feeling like this isn't the best fight that could have been made, right? Folks wanted, obviously everybody wants you to fight Benavidez, and now there's conversation about Crawford. Crawford saying he wanted to fight you. Everybody wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Now I saw after the end of the Crawford fight, the how they call him, the Excellency, Turkey, his Excellency, the Sheik said that he would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, hands down.
That'll work. So if yeah, you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So if the money is right, I'm in. Why not?
How you think he did at that weight, at 154? How you think Crawford did?
They are a weight class for a reason. And you need to ask him. It's different. I know in his mind he think he can do whatever he wants because he's very talented fighter. He's a very good fighter. I like how he fight, but that's why there are weight classes.
Yeah,
and he knows now.
He knows now. You think he felt that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I would dare ask you if. I know with the Benavidez question, you get asked this all the time. I almost hate asking you, but if someone's willing to put up the $250 million,
I mean,
would you negotiate down?
No less than 200.
No less than 200.
Ooh.
All right, let's get 200. Hey, y'all, we got enough people in the room. Let's get the money. But you deserve it.
I deserve it. Look,
yes.
They always asking for a fight. Golovkin, Trout, Mayweather, Cotto, Callum Smith, there is Landy Lara, Leo Saunders, Kylo Plan, and I fought everybody. And now I can do whatever I want. I deserve it.
Yeah,
absolutely. No? I'm in to fight everybody. But right now, in the position I am, I ask.
I love it, man. What are you, 34?
34.
Wow. Dude is only 34. Come on, man. I want to grow up and be like you. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Yo, Barack, go ahead. You know.
Well, I'm glad you admitted today. I'm glad you asked him that question, Sway, about what do you think you're naturally a 160 or 168, and you say 160. I've been saying that for years that 168 is you daring to be great. You really don't belong there, in my opinion.
No.
So do you look at Benavidez and you say, first, he's just too big, really. He's going to be 200 pounds when I fight him. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, look, when he's fighting in 168, when he's in the night fight night is like 190, 185 at least.
So would you do like a rehydration clause like Tank has done in the past?
Could be, but if we made the fight, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't want any excuses. So.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
I got
everybody always blame, but I don't care that too because the people always talk. So no matter what.
Right.
Remember when they say, you need to fight with Golovkin. He's gonna
I
KO
remember.
you.
He's
gonna
too big
KO
for you.
He have 36 rounds and he don't do shit.
I heard
It's the same.
that.
It's the same. Everybody looks great with other fighters, but it's not the same fighting with other guys to fight with Canelo.
Do you need that much money to fight like a Terence Crawford? Because Turkey Alashek the other day in LA, I was there. He said he kind of sent you an offer already. So what's your response with that?
Maybe a little less. Could be 150.
150, 150 million.
Yeah.
Let's make sure Terence gets some money out of that too, though.
No, he's gonna get paid too.
He's gonna get paid. That's a good friend of mine. That's my guy, Terence Crawford.
I like how he fight. He's a great fighter.
He's good. Canelo Alvarez is here, man. I got a bunch of people on the line. I want to ask you questions, but I want to. Who are you when you're not in the ring, man? What are your hobbies? I saw you playing golf.
Golf, my horses, my cars, my family.
Yeah,
my business.
Yeah. How are you? I know how you are as a boxer. How would you rate yourself as a father?
As a father, I think I'm good. You need to ask to my kids.
Yeah.
But I think I'm good. You know, you don't know how to. You don't come to in this life to know about how to be a father. You learn every day. You learn every day about, and I learn about from my kids too. The other day I learned, look, I grew up like this. My father and my mom grew. ¿Lo regaño? ¿Cómo se dice?
He kind of like disciplines them.
Oh, discipline.
I try to, and I try, and sometimes it's in the way my father's train me.
Okay.
It's not that way.
Yeah.
Right.
It's different now,
It's
right?
different.
Yeah.
I
You
need
can't
to
do
talk-
with him that your dad.
If they cry, okay, cry, let it go, everything, cry, and then explain me what do you feel? What do you feel? And then I can explain them. Look, this is in this way and this, but it's different.
Yeah.
You need to talk with them. You need to talk with them, and they need to talk and express their self, and then we can talk and do my and I give you my opinion and how do it. But look, I learn every day about to be father.
Man, that's amazing to know. You're like the most fierce man in the ring, but the most gentle dad, right? Yeah,
And a husband,
and a
too.
great husband. How does I always wonder, how does the spouse feel when they see you? How does your wife feel, or any boxer's wife feel, when they see their husband in the ring taking punches to the head and bust it up, and they got to be with you after the fight, a part of the healing, right? How do you keep your wife and your family, how you make them feel safe about you being in the ring?
Because they know how I train. They know how much talent I have, and they know I'm not feared to anyone, to anything. So, and I give so much confidence to them because I train very hard. And I care about myself. I try to don't get hit every time I step in the ring in a sparring or whatever, and they confident about it. They get a little nervous, but it is what it is. They believe in me.
Yeah. Plus, you bring home big purses.
Yeah.
Plus,
In your career, I noticed that you fight for 2 days. You fight Cinco de Mayo and you fight in September. What are those 2 days? Those are so special for you?
because it's Mexican days. It's La Batalla de Puebla.
Okay.
It's in Cinco de Mayo, and Independencia de Mexico in September. So for us, it's very important. And in Las Vegas, they celebrate a lot, and the Cinco de Mayo. In Mexico, we don't celebrate that day especially, but the Independencia de Mexico, we celebrate a lot.
Okay.
So those days are very important for the Mexican people.
When Floyd was fighting and he had those days, in the back of your mind, were you saying, I'm going to take those days away from him?
Yeah, one day, yeah.
Yeah.
And when I fought with him, I tried to be, I tried to beat the best in that moment when I was 23 years old. And I get sad because I don't do that in that moment. But I say to myself, one day I'm gonna be the best. This is not gonna do anything to my career. So one day I'm gonna be the best, and I did.
Well, what it did though, because to be 23 and to have fought scientifically one of the best defensive boxers ever, you know, and the career that Floyd has built and the skill set, and to watch you, like I remember watching that fight and I didn't know what to expect, but to watch you not back down and to go set traps and hit him in his hips, and I was very impressed by this 23-year-old who was able to do that, right? So I'm sure you could look back at that fight and give yourself a pat on the back for being 23, right?
Yeah.
What did you learn from that fight?
I learned a lot. He's a great fighter with a lot of experience, and how he act in the ring, how he calm is in the ring. I learned a lot, and like I say, I get sad, but at the same time I say, look, I'm gonna take this fight like as a lesson, you know, for my career, and look, in my mind I always say I'm gonna be the best one day.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
We got Saul Canelo Alvarez. If you had to put money on a fight, I know you don't bet on fights, and the fight was Gervonta Davis against Shakur Stevenson, who would you say would win?
Look, Shakur Stevenson is a good fighter. He moves a lot, and it's very difficult to get hit, to hit him. But I like Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
He's a really good fighter. He hits hard, and he knows how to go forward. So I put my money on Gervonta.
Yeah.
Wow. When did you realize that that you was in control of your brand? Because it seemed like you did partnerships with a couple of promotional companies, like early in your time. You started with Golden Boy and certain things that you started with. When did you realize, like today, you could say, I want $250 million because I'm asking for it. When did you realize that you had the power that you could control 80% of the purse?
I always did since I was when I started doing the main event. I always did when I was 19, 20, 21 years old.
Wow, that's crazy. You know something that is an argument for 10 years now, even more than that, because you fought Floyd Mayweather in 2013. People say after that fight, you became this slick boxer and you learned from Mayweather. But I say in the fight with Trout, you showed that you was already slick before Mayweather. So did you learn from Mayweather anything as far as his tactics and defense?
No, I already know about that. You know, that you see the fight with Trout. I already know. With Floyd, I can do that because, you know, you need to go forward and looking for the fight.
Right.
But I already know. Just right now, I have the experience to do way better.
Yep.
No, more calm. And I have the experience to do better. But I already know. I always practice in the gym since I was 13, 14 years old.
Watching who, though?
Gilberto Roman. Gilberto Roman. I watch Mosley, too. I watch
Mosley.
a lot of good fighters, defense fighters.
So when you fought Shane Mosley, you already studied him so much, you knew what he was going to do, right?
Yeah, because I learned from him a lot when I was young. So,
what was it like being in the ring, though? Was you like...
For me, it was a great experience. It was an amazing, because it was one of my idols.
Yeah.
You know, I learned a lot from him, and in the fight, I learned a lot from him too. So when I fought him, when I beat him, for me, it was incredible.
Oh, man. Saul Canelo Alvarez is here, man. I got to take a call. I know y'all got to go, but I promise people. All right, is it okay? All right, okay. Let me take a caller. All right, okay. We got, from Louisiana, we got Chew on the line. Chew, what up, Chew?
Chew.
What up, family? What up?
What up, man? They got to go, Chew. Go ahead. What's your question?
Hey, Canelo, real quick. So, Sway and Barack both kind of touched on it already, but the question that I want to ask is, I know in the past you said Benavidez didn't bring anything to the table, but then, of course, you want the $200 million to fight him. Is that because of the risk that he presents, or is it because of the size, or what's the reason for wanting the $200 million?
No, obviously he's a risk. He's a great fighter, and plus he bring to the ring the fight night. He bring 25 pounds more than me, so it's a risk, but I don't care about that. If the money is right, I can beat tomorrow that guy.
Hey, Chu, thanks for your question,
Next
man.
day.
All right, Saul, Canelo Alvarez, I want to thank you for coming by this show, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
I hope you had a good time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back and continue to talk. I want to find out more about the man outside of the ring. You feel like you might take on politics after boxing. Is there any truth in that?
I don't know.
Okay. Wow. I guess not. All right. But
I put that in my brothers or something. I don't really like that much.
you don't like that?
No.
Okay, good for you. You're the champ. You don't have to like it. September 14th, why should people watch this fight?
I think it's gonna be a great fight, Mexico versus Puerto Rico, and Berlanga, is a strong fighter. He come forward, and that's the kind of fights I like it because the fight go really good fights. Like with Munguia was a really good fight.
Yes.
So
Munguia,
and I expect the same thing.
Yeah. How hard did Munguia hit?
Not that hard.
Not that hard? Oh, okay. Oh, shit. All right. Who's hit the hardest that you
I
fought?
think the most I feel was Kirkland, James Kirkland.
Kirkland?
Yeah.
He can crack. He can crack.
Kirkland.
Wow. Yeah.
That was
he
early
hit
on.
me in the arms and right here, and I feel so hard. And I say, no, if he hit me in the head, he's gonna fucking.
So you knocked him
and I
out
said,
early.
I need to go early. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you knocked him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a great fighter. Mr. Alvarez, thank you for being on
Thank
our show,
you.
brother.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honor. Good luck September 14th, man.